Hello, hello. We are going to be doing a meditation today, and I just thought I'd start the live a little bit early to let people come in. Welcome, welcome. So, today we're going to do a meditation to get us ready for that big full moon because it packs a wallop. And so, being able to kind of come in and find our ground, that's going to help everything coming into the center of ourselves. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm just starting a little early to give people a chance to show up. Hello, hello, and welcome. And I'll record before we start the meditation. I'll be recording the audio separately and I'll get it uploaded to my links up in the bio. So welcome, welcome. I'm doing this one as a public event because the energy of that full moon is really big. And I've seen a lot of really interesting interpretations of it out in the world. And on an individual level, it can be a real power up time, okay? On a global level, it heralds some significant change, okay? And I think we can all feel that right now. This is a very busy astrological month, very, very busy. And remember, the stars don't make anything happen. They reflect, okay? They reflect what's going on. And so when I look out at that end of the month, basically from the full moon on to the end of the month, there's a lot of big energy. So it really, really helps to come in and breathe. So if you're just joining and you didn't know that we are having an event today, welcome, welcome. We'll be starting our meditation in just a minute. And what we're going to do is we're going to be just clearing the flotsam and jetsam out, get moving the energy, and then I'll lead you in a centering exercise that's based on your own beliefs. So I don't care if you're a monotheist, a polytheist, somebody who believes in science. I don't care what your beliefs are. I care that you know what they are. Okay. So you'll find your own ground in your own center in this exercise. Okay. And again, I'm doing this publicly. Normally I save this stuff for my patrons and inner circle, but I'm doing this publicly because I think the more of us who can bring that energy inside and not let our energy be scattered, whether it's outrage or, there's a lot going on to stir us all up and keep us off balance and off center. To help with this exercise, I'm using a candle from my friend Seth, who is Auric Voltage here on TikTok. I've known Seth since 2018. We met in Sedona when I was living there. And he makes the most wonderful crystal grid candles. And this is balance. Okay, rebalance. Let me find the little taggy thing. I know I had it because I was going to use, oh, here it is. I had it right next to me. I'll get my reading glasses on just for a minute and I'll show it to you. Now, I'll have Seth's I'm going to build Seth's website. We're waiting on the photos. So I know what can't she do, but I want everybody to know Seth and follow him here on TikTok. But I'm using Balance Integration. That's the candle I'm burning now. These are hand-dipped beeswax candles, and they're amazing. I don't get anything for this, by the way. I'm not promoting him because I get a cut. Not at all. He's a good friend and a very, very amazing magical being. So that's him. Okay, I didn't invert it, but that's him. So I love his candles and anything I can do. And this is a lovely one. So it's adding to the energy of what we're doing here. So we're going to get started here in just a couple of minutes. So just so you know, we're going to clear out the energy that's got us kind of agitated or off center. And then we're going to do intentional breathing. So this is a guided meditation. And then we're going to clear it out, and then we're going to come to our own individual centers. And I'll give you some prompts, but that's for you to align in your own truth. And everybody has a unique truth that's theirs. We sometimes find people who resonate with us, right? But in general, we all have an individual perspective. right? And so it's getting very clear inside and being able to kind of line up. And then this audio will be available for you to listen to throughout the week. I'm going to keep it free because as a sensitive person, I'm invested in people like being able to do this. It makes my life easier too. And if you've ever been overstimulated by the world, this will be just a great activity to do before bed, to just kind of clear it out. And then a good way to start the morning too, you know. Depends on what you do. If you have to jump in the car real quick, it's probably not a great idea to do it first thing. I like to do these kind of at the end of my day to just clear it out. You can even do it in the tub if you like to take a good soak, you know, and then just visualize all the crappy stuff going down the drain. Really helps as well. So, and I'll be giving instructions on how to send the energy. You know, you don't have to be hugely experienced at this to clear. You can just intend that it goes where it needs to go and just trust that. You know, we don't have to know every little thing to make it happen. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to do a guided meditation. It's going to help you clear the energy. Come to a center in yourself. You know, I wasn't always this calm person. I had a lot of anxiety. I had huge amounts of trauma in my youth, and I was very reactive as a younger person. And I worked very, very hard studying many, many, many things to learn how to get to this space. In fact, at my Saturn return, I had a wonderful therapist who was also a metaphysician. And in the early days when we started working together, he said, "What do you want?" And once I could actually articulate that, because the first session I was like, "But I don't know what I want. I just don't want to feel like crap." After a little bit, I said, "You know, I just want peace. I just have peace inside," because it was like a maelstrom, a storm inside of me. There was so much anger and resentment, and all justified. You know, if you've been through a lot, those feelings are not unjustified. But if they're robbing you of your quality of life, you know, then we want to do something about it. And for me, it wasn't about forgiving anyone or being nice. I just didn't want to feel like shit anymore. And so I think we can all agree it's good to not feel like shit. And to find just a place inside that even in a storm, we can find our own calm. It might be temporary, right? But we can do it again and again. The perfection is in the correction, okay? You see, the power is in the noticing. Oh, I feel agitated. What can I do about it? And when you know you can do something about it, that's when you have power. So welcome, welcome, welcome. We're going to get started. I'm going to start the audio. I already got everything all set up. It's off screen. You can't see it. And we have one of the candles from my good friend Seth, who is Auric Voltage. He makes amazing, amazing crystal grid candles, and they are just delightful. I use them all the time. They're hand-dipped, beautiful beeswax from well-kept, well-loved bees. It's not commercial. He gets them from somebody who just loves their bees so much, so they're not robbing the bees. But anyway, it smells really good too. I wish we could have smell-o-vision, because then you could smell that, and it's so good. I'll have his website done soon, and then I'll send you guys all over there. I don't get a cut. I just happen to care about my friend very much, and I think the world needs his candles because they're amazing and very useful. So we're using the Balance and Integration candle. So let's start. Before we start the audio recording, I want you all to just start moving your body a little bit. Feel where the tension is. If you've got tension in your shoulders, start moving them a little bit. Just do that. I know it looks silly. Who cares? Who cares if you look silly? Just kind of move your body a little bit. You can get up and shake as well, but just start moving your body. Our physical and spiritual selves really aren't separate. It's just we forget that they're one thing. You know, you are a slice of time and space crystallized into physical form. Well, for all the people who get worried about Saturn, Saturn actually governs incarnation, the crystallization of spirit into matter, and that's you. You might have sensations right now. So see, I've got a little tickle in my throat. Partly I taught this morning as well, so I've well used my voice. So a little tickle, that's energy moving. Energy, you know, you might get tickles, you might feel it get tight. You can move gently, especially if you're moving your neck. If you're like me and you had an old case of whiplash, do it gently. Move that body. And you'll start to feel the energy flowing, right? We're just prepping the way for the meditation. So you can even shake your hands. And then here's something really silly. And I know you're going to be like, oh my God, what is she on? Nothing. I do nothing because I use this. Okay. This is how I make my living, is my mind. So I never interfere with it, with anything. So we're going to just go, shake your head. You know, just a little bit, not too hard. We're not going to head bang here, right? But although there's a reason people like to do that too, because it shifts the energy out. But you can just go, it's like improv exercises. They play a role. They shift the energy. We're warming up here, okay? And you'll start to feel the energy flowing in the body. You're getting your circulation going, okay? All right. Alrighty, so now we're going to start some intentional breathing. I think a lot of people try to meditate and just calm their mind, and then it blips with lots of thoughts. And I knew that was my experience when I was young. It's much easier to pay attention to our breathing and count our breaths and put our focus on something. Just like when people say, let go, just let go. That's really hard for us to do, especially without practice, okay? So if we're going to let go of something, you need something else to hang on to. So too, when we're meditating, instead of letting go of thoughts, because all of a sudden our mind is just going to go like popcorn and give us lots of thoughts, and learning how to manage that is a practice, and it takes time and skill. Having something to focus on. So while we're doing this, just focus on the breathing exercises, okay? So we've done the warm up. If you're just getting here, go ahead and shake your body out a little bit. Move the energy around. And then now we're going to start the intentional breathing. And I'm going to start the recording. And you'll be able to listen to this once it's done and rendered. I'll get it up on my link in my bio. It'll stay free. And you can listen to this at night all the way through this week. But it'll be good for any time, because this is just a great way to clear energy and find your center. But with this big full moon coming up, I think we're all going to need to be able to bring our energy inside, find our center, and connect into our physical existence, our ground, okay? All right, let's start. Let's start. Take a deep inhale through the nose. If you have a deviated septum or you have trouble breathing through the nose, feel free to breathe through your mouth. It's okay. So, all right, ready? And exhale. Okay, we're going to make little noises, all right? So, like a sigh. Let it, that we're clearing the energy, okay? So take a deep breath in. As long as you can. I'm doing it a little shorter, just to, not everybody knows how to breathe. You want to put your hand on your belly and let the hand move outwards, okay? So okay, take another inhale. Okay, I know it sounds silly, doesn't it? We do another one. Take another deep breath. Breathe from the belly. Okay. Now we're going to do a different exhale, okay, different tone. We're going to inhale through the nose. So we're going to go from high to low. This tonal exchange is going to move the energy in the body. Remember, sound waves are wavelengths, energy. It's going to move and create circulation. All right, so let's do it again. All right, try it again. I know it's a little weird, but stay with me. Okay. And now we're going to do 5 consecutive inhale, exhales quietly, just allowing the energy to flow. Okay? Do you feel the peaceful feeling now in your body? This is from giving yourself the gift of oxygen. Spirit means breath. That's what it means. You can enliven your body simply by focusing on intentional breathing. Let's do 5 more together. Sit with the feeling for about 10 seconds, remembering to breathe. Feel the calmness in your body. There might be emotions that come up. You're allowing the energy to flow. So things that have been blocked or retained might be coming up. Don't overthink it. If there's tears, that's release. It's okay. There's no weakness in your emotions. If you still have strong feelings, then do this breathing exercise again, refraining from screaming, even if it is an urge. Practice the intentional use of sound to clear your centers. You can imagine you're breathing from your feet, pulling all the energy up and exhaling it. Let's try one more together. Breathing, imagine the breath is coming from your feet. That was just natural tone, no intention on the sound. Allow one more. Okay. Now we're going to bring it back and merely do 5 more belly breaths to bring back the calm, centered space. Okay. Sit with this feeling for 20 seconds, breathing in and breathing out. And from this space of calm, feel into your body, into your head space, in the crown and third eye, into the throat space. Feel the ease and peace in your body, into the heart space. Feel the ease and peace in your heart space, into the belly, the diaphragm, the solar plexus. Feel the ease. Breathe in and out. Feel the ease in your body. Feel below the belly. Breathe in. Breathe out. If you are a person who identifies as female or were socialized or gendered female, you may need to do this 2 or 3 times in below the belly. And again. And below the genital region, in between the legs. You don't have to touch it, but you can put your hand 4 or 5 inches below. Breathe in. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Feel the peace in your body. It is yours alone. You are control of the body. You have control of your peace. Breathe in. Breathe out. Sit with the peace in the center of your body. There is no storm that can move this peace. There is no maelstrom that may disturb your calm. Always you are able to return to this peaceful feeling inside your body. If you find yourself out of balance, all you need to remember is to inhale and exhale with ease. Now to calibrate. Whatever you believe, if you have a chosen deity or pantheon, or if you believe in a concept or in the atomic structure of the universe, it matters not. There is no wrong way for you to find your center inside of self. Breathe and imagine the connection flowing to that which is above you, around you, below you, through you. Inhale, exhale. Inhale your connection with your chosen version of Source. May you be blessed with value. May you be blessed with vitality. May you be blessed with peace. Inhale. Exhale. Enjoy the peaceful feeling in your body. Allow it to flow and resonate through you for as long as it is comfortable. When your body feels like moving, allow it to move. When your mind feels like thinking, allow it to think. If you have visuals, symbols, colors, sounds, make note of them, but do not overthink them. They are gifts from you to you. Understand that the greater part of all of us is in alignment in the moment. The greater part of yourself is more firmly connected to you. You may choose to call that what you will. Your beliefs are your own. Do not rouse quickly from this exercise. Allow yourself to luxuriate in the peaceful feelings. You may do this whenever and however you choose, in small part or in its full exercise, and always throughout the day to find your center. All you have to do is breathe. You are much loved. So go ahead and take your time coming to awareness. You might feel a little floaty or buzzy. You might just feel peaceful. And it's from this space that you have so much more power to decide and determine how you will go about your day, your life, the decisions you make. And it can bring the stress levels down. Thank you for participating. I'm glad you found it useful. I hope you did. So remember, no matter what happens this week, this month, this year, next year, you always have your breath to bring you back to center. You might find yourself holding your breath if there's a shock. You are so welcome. Oh, you saw waterfalls and a chandelier. That's beautiful. What else? Did anybody else see things? Oh, hubby and daughter participated. I love that. It's a beautiful exercise to just reduce the stress. Come into yourself. Oh, I'm so glad it resonated. I am. Big cosmic hug to you. There's a power in group meditation, even in the distance, as we resonate with one another. Yeah. So relaxed, good. Take the ease and run with it. You might even feel a little sleepy and need to take a nap, and that's okay too. You saw orange and your body feels super buzzy. Yeah, you've got the energy moving through it. Your life force is flowing. Through the stress of the day-to-day grind, we pinch ourselves off from the greater part of ourselves. And so we can bring ourselves back to it. And it's okay, if the feeling, something happens and you pop out of this peaceful feeling, it's okay. You can get it back. We're human. We're human. We have adrenal systems for a reason. And sometimes we need them, right? But we can always bring it to calm when we need it to. You have so much power than people would let you believe. Which is why so much money goes into unsettling you. Because if you knew, you'd be uncontrollable. Right? Oh, I'm so glad you feel relaxed and buzzy. Your hands might be very buzzy, your feet might be buzzy, you might be buzzy here or here. This might be looser in a lot of people. A lot of heart space opening, maybe it's warmer. But yeah. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you find it useful. Good. Ready for a nap? Good. Your body can calibrate and repair and restore. Sleep is a powerful thing. Oh, I'm so glad. You're so welcome, guys. We did a group meditation. The audio will be on my link in bio and it'll be free. It's just to help you move through the week to find your peace and your calm. I'll put this live stream on YouTube as well. It'll be just as powerful, I promise. You're so welcome. I'm so glad it helped you. Good. It's important. We often feel powerless in our emotions, but we have a lot more power. And it doesn't mean, don't try to do this if you have big feelings in the moment. You want to do the beginning exercise. So that's why I'll put this up on YouTube. So maybe you just feel rage. You know, you've got to express that first. You can scream into a pillow. You can, don't hurt yourself in it. But sometimes we have to express that. That's why we do those early tonal exercises, kind of moving the energy out, up and out. And then we breathe it in. Then we breathe in our alignment. But if you have big feelings, don't try to automatically go to peace. That's silly. And there's nothing wrong with those big emotions. But when we're kept on adrenaline rushes and we're overloaded with cortisol because of the artificial stressors created, either through our work days or even electronic devices. Notice you didn't hear the Discord popping because I had my headphones in so that it wouldn't sound off, that ping, ping. That over time creates stress as well. So it's okay to feel all of the range of human emotions. We can't function this way in our world 100% like this. I often tell my guides, if you want me to be here, you need people living with me. If I'm meant to be in this state all the time, then I would need people to help me do my daily work. Right? So I don't remain in this consciousness all day long. It wouldn't be practical, but I can tap into it anytime I need. And that's what I'm teaching. You can come here anytime to find your peace, to ground in the center. So when I say, bring your energy in, this is what I'm talking about. Brought out tears. I'm so glad you had a release. Sometimes we can be filled with so much love or joy that it spills from us. So there's that. This is a big full moon. And there's going to be big feelings leading up to it. And it's a restructuring. And it's a culmination of the Capricorn new moon 6 months ago. Excuse me. Done a lot of teaching today. So there's a lot going on this week and in through the end of the month. It will be very easy to feel overwhelmed. It will be very easy to feel shock with news coming out. Come back to this exercise. And if you're just joining, we just finished a group meditation. We're done with the meditation now because Malcolm says, well, I'll come up then. So this is Malcolm if you're new. So we just finished a group meditation. Oh, thank you, Mr. Scruffy. Yeah, Mr. Cutie Tootie. He loves his fans. What can I say? Yeah. So, yeah. Right? The Malcolms. Yeah. Yeah, he was shaking off. Dogs do that. Cats do it too. They shake off the energy. You see birds do it when they ruffle their feathers. That's just, it helps move their circulation and it helps them shift energy. We can do it too. So, Malcolm therapy? Oh yeah, absolutely. Although I'm his therapy human. Yeah, he is. He is a beautiful boy. He's the snuggliest. Stop, buddy. Yeah. Thank you, guys. Yeah, I'll have the audio. I probably need to edit it. It looks a little quiet. So when I look at the sound waves right now, so I'll have to like mess with the audio, and then I'll get it up on the link, and it'll be free. And I'll put this video up on YouTube. So, and you guys will have that as a reference. So if you need to start with the beginning exercises, and if you missed out on this, if you didn't do this activity all the way through, you'll want to watch the YouTube as well, because we did some beginning exercises. You smiling. You're such a turkey. But yeah. Thank you. And I have good news. We got the mystery school pretty much complete. I just have some like little admin things to do. So for the people who are already in, I'll be moving them and we'll be getting links and figuring things out. And then very excited, got that part. And then older patrons who've been with me for a little while, they'll get the special invitation, and then patrons who are newer will get access, and then we'll open it up because it's not really a self-study, it's a group. There's live meetings. Malcolm, you gotta get down, buddy. Oh, you're stuck. Hang on. There you go, buddy. So it's, you can do self-study, but at the same time you get more out of it in the group activities, and it teaches communication and collaboration without loss of self-integrity. So again, once your beliefs are your own, it just helps you get in touch with those, because you really are the magic. And so the more you can train your mind, understand your values, understand what matters to you most, what enlivens you, that's at the core of everything. And then our electives, of course, we'll have all the woo-woo stuff that people want to learn, you know, that'll be there as electives. So separate things. So super exciting. They're done on Zoom. So all of our meetings are done on Zoom. And in fact, the mystery school won't have a Discord. In the platform I've moved us to, we actually have our own message boards in there. So people will be able to participate, ask questions, etc. But our meetings are on Zoom. So yeah. And that's been going on for a long time. I built this a long time ago. But I called it something else. You guys will see it inside. So, yeah. Did he have the puppuccino today? No, we'll do it later. I had to run to the store and it was almost 100 degrees, so I didn't take him with me. But we'll go out this evening before it gets to sunset and we'll go get a puppuccino for him. But yeah. Oh, yeah. I read it right. So, yeah. It's not so much, I don't think I choose not to do video on the Zooms in the group calls because I find people learn to listen better if you just keep it to audio. I think people get, and we also have things we share on screen. I find that people are visually distracted when we do that. People are overly reliant on their physical sight. I learned that because I have bad eyes. And I would find that my friends who had great acuity of physical vision were not always good at listening. And so we're learning to listen within this and listen deeply. So I find we can put it on, like after we're done, if people want to put on video and chit chat, that's all cool. And if we do like work groups, like if we work from home and we want a more of a social time, we can do that. But I find that it's really best, if possible, because I also, for the program of the sessions, there's PowerPoints that have the writing on there. So for the visual learner, I tried to hit as many learning styles as possible. Yeah, you're welcome. I think people need to know. And what is this thing? I'm really excited. And the other platform I was using is why this is late. I would have had this out in April. But it was literally the worst interface I've ever worked with, and I have a lot of experience of using software, building websites, things like that. I never leave bad reviews, but I channeled my grandmother last night. They got the good what for. She was an Aries. Let me tell you, if you got the what for from grandma, you knew you'd gotten what for. But yeah, I even apologized to the poor person who had to read it because I know it's not an executive reading it. It's probably some poor admin. And I'm like, hey, look, don't even, you probably won't even pass it on because your executives don't care. And I'm sorry you had to read this, and it must be really embarrassing to work for this place. I was just like really mad. So I'm very excited about what we've got going on. It's I did a little preview to our Living by Luna folk today, and it's very nice. It's very easy to use. It's easy for people who aren't techie, and even the community boards are attached to the courses. So when you're into the course, you can see, oh, there's the community. Click that button. Very easy to use. And that was something that was important. I want as few barriers to access as possible. And so, when you've worked on something for many, 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 many years, it's very cool when you finally get to do it. So my nails, I need to get them redone. I'll do them tomorrow. Yeah. Thank you. I have a great nail tech. But tomorrow I'll get them redone. So, but yeah, I'm so excited about what's to come. And it couldn't be better timing in that all of what is taught in the mystery school is really why people would study metaphysics, like how to train your mind, how to understand yourself at a deep level, your connection to the cosmos, all of that. But also I made it a little bit more practical, like how do you navigate this world and integrate your spiritual and physical self. And I don't necessarily say that in the curriculum because I built this for a non-woo-woo audience to start with, and it's what I can get my doctorate with, this whole system. I probably will, maybe next year. If it helps the project, I'll do it. Other than that, I couldn't care less if I had a doctorate or not. As they said, wow, you did your dissertation. I was like, yeah, I spent 25 years learning all these different things and integrating all this different information. you know, so yeah. Right? You can't, you know, there's no reason you can't be a revolutionary that looks good. There's no reason you can't. I think we should do it in style. I do. My way of helping is educating people, helping you find your value, helping you understand your skill sets, helping you understand your strengths, so that you're much harder to manipulate, you're much harder to mess with, that you can find your power no matter what, no matter what's happening to you, no matter what events are going on. Your power is in here and in here. Doesn't matter what else is going on. You know, just even a few years ago, like 6 years ago when I changed up my life, somebody thought they could take me to my knees. And on to all outside appearances, they did, financially. And I was like, fine. Because I could be in here. And I could be in here. And I was like, you know what? I'll figure the finances out. And I did. And the things they thought they could hold over me and make me need from them ended up being nothing. Yeah. And I let it happen. No, I seriously, I was like, I know myself. I know my chart. I was like, you want to take me to nothing? Do it. And I'll come right back up. But that's because I know myself. Right? You know, you're powerful too. We're all, when we know what our power is, that's where we're hard to mess with. Right? And it's okay to be underestimated. It's okay. It was really funny being underestimated. I'd sit there and I'd be like, oh, you thought you won this one, did you? Okay. I didn't argue. I didn't try to prove my point. I didn't say, I'll show you. I just smiled and we'll see about that. You know? Alrighty then. Oh no. Doesn't mean I didn't have moments of doubt, by the way. I did. And I had moments of frustration. Imagine all of that was going on while I was trying to get what we're calling the mystery school now put out. And nothing went right. It was not the right timing. Right project, wrong timing. Just utterly frustrating. You know. So it was so juicy when I laid my head down at about 5:30 this morning, and because when I really knew, okay, I can show people, I can start getting people moved in to this new platform. I laid down, I was like, holy shit, it's done. Oh, after so long. And yeah, it might have one more reiteration, but I'll have a team. I won't have to do it. When you go in there, I made every single video. Even the cartoons. Even the cartoons. I spent a whole summer doing that in Panera Bread. Go sit Panera Bread, have some soup, work on cartoons. Not easy, because that's not what I never went to. I'm all self-taught on those things. But yeah, it's ready. I'm gonna roll it out in stages, because I only have I think 3 or 4 of us who can facilitate at the moment. And then once people get a taste of it, then I'll run a facilitators training. People can become facilitators, and people can even start groups in their own locations. You just have to use the material. Like, all registrations go through the website, and that'll come in time. So it's a beautiful process though. So remember when I talk about small, tight-knit groups interconnected with others, that's eventually what this leads to. And it's kind of my big vision. And it dawned on me last night, because I thought, well, I can do the mystery school. I just don't think Online Network International will go. And then I went to take out the logo last night. I was like, I just don't want to. I just don't want to take it out. And then I was like, well, that's because it can become, it can be. It just wasn't the right timing before. It is now. Huge thanks to my dear friend Kirsten for always believing in the project, and me. Even when it felt crazy, even when venture capitalists were telling me I was not going to be able to do anything with it, all of that. I've been working. I've been building the mystery school. That's why I haven't been on. And I have bad vision. That's part of me. That's part of my life. But I've been working. So I've been getting the mystery school ready. So, but yeah, thanks. But yeah. I should just put a sticker on my head. She's blind. I am celebrating. I'm almost done. Yeah, I've been posting as well. Yeah. Trying to at least get one a day in. But yeah. Hello, it's good to see you. Puppuccino for all. Yeah, well, I took my birthday off. Let's see, I took 3 days off. I haven't decided what I'll do. There's a restaurant, actually a little winery near me that has a cool restaurant that I'm thinking about going to. See if I can get a friend to take me so I can drink wine slushies. I think I've earned them. But yeah. Oh, thank you. I do my best. That's all we can do, is do our best. It is an intense full moon. That's why I did a guided meditation to find your center. Yeah. I did a podcast episode, and I'll be doing another. In fact, today probably. I'll do one just for patrons where I talk about how that full moon will impact you through the houses as well. So, and I'll probably do one more, but I'm not going to I have to do the public one tomorrow too. I have to figure out. I'm really looking towards that end of the month. Basically from this full moon through the end of the month. You heard it's an auspicious full moon. Maybe. Maybe it is, and maybe all hell's going to break loose. From a mundane perspective, it's a very destabilizing full moon. From a personal level, it can be a very powerful and auspicious new moon. It just depends. I think most people don't understand karma. I think a lot of people don't. It's cause and effect. So, yeah, there's a lot up on deck. And we'll see a lot of weather this month as well. You know, time, people think small, but things move in cycles. It moves like this, and then like this, and there's things going like this, and like this. If you can think of many things moving in elliptical angles like this. So tell me, with all of this movement, how much karma is completed? Do you think you're going to get your karma completed from thousands of years in one lifetime? And do you think you're really being punished by being a physical being? Because that's one of the biggest bullshit stories ever told. We're not being punished. We're here to spiritualize matter. And the way we control people is by telling stories that remove our divinity. Now, we're not gods and goddesses in the sense that I have the power. But we had a 1 in 400 trillion chance of being physical in this plane of dense physical matter. Right? So understanding cause and effect. You know, people want to oversimplify it. And it was used to control it. All comes out of about 200 years out of the Bronze Age. Before that, there was parity, there was equity. They found that in the archaeological record. So human nature is not one of violence and dominance and control. It became taught and learned. Now, it doesn't mean we're always peaceful and easy either. There was individual violence shown in the archaeological record, right? But wars and ownership and all of that crap, that's been passed on since 200 years into the Bronze Age, right? Well, I don't think we will all come together. I think people have different ideas. I don't think there'll be unity consciousness, but if we could come from like-hearted spaces, like, again, just because I don't like strawberries doesn't mean I'm not a great person. It actually also means more strawberries for you. But if you would like to trade me blueberries for your strawberries, I think we can both agree we like fruit. That's where we need to go with it, instead of, oh no, strawberry people and blueberry people. That's ridiculous. Yeah, we just finished the meditation. It'll be up on YouTube, and the audio will be up on my link. Yeah. We need solidarity on the left. Well, yeah, it would be nice. It would be nice. People need to stop fighting over who has it worst and understand that they're going after the people. You know, they're going after the people. By the way, if I do another event again, all you have to do is go to the link in my bio, and there's live events. You click on that and it gives you an alert. No, I'm not looking at any country charts right now. No. And Canada is, I would have to look. I don't know if it has a good firm chart. It's kind of like France. You kind of have to use the latest constitution with France. So. Yeah, so when I do events, all you do is you click on the link in my bio. It'll show the events. You click on that and you register, and it gives you an alert. Yeah, I do not have any available time to do anything extra right now. 0. So like, I don't remind people. In fact, I'm looking for a virtual assistant. So, yeah. The internet thing in Canada, yeah. Well, I called that globally. All the transits are global. That's what people don't understand. They get overly nationalistic and they think these are global transits. When I say there's going to be power outages, I don't just mean in the United States. I don't just mean in one region of the United States. They're global transits. Oh, you in general. Yeah, no, I was just explaining. Just because, believe it or not, people ask me. They'll be like, hey, take me when you do this one. I'm like, first of all, if I remember you on TikTok, I will be lucky. You know, I recognize people. I do, if you comment all the time. But somebody who's just like new, I won't recognize. I'm like, how am I supposed to even find you? It's crazy sauce. It's crazy sauce. Yeah. Like, I barely have time. I haven't barely had time to sleep because I'm trying to get stuff done. So, I'm trying to get it ready. And we still have to move through this time. When I was younger, I wanted to help people avoid the worst of it, you know, get people primed and ready. But, you know, we kind of have to go through this time of evolution. As a species, there's nowhere people want to run away and go to different places. The transits are global. Every single place will have its own kind of instability. The transits are global. They're not just hitting one place. It's not just, and it's not even the U.S. Pluto return anyway. We weren't a country in 1776. We sent a Dear John letter to the crown. But just because you say something doesn't make it be. You're not divorced till everything's done, till it's final. Same with becoming a country. We didn't win the war till 1783. Until the Treaty of Paris. You might count that one, but I really don't count it till we had a actual factual government. So. Again, people have lots of opinions about politics, but it doesn't make it true unless you've studied political science and understand those rules. That's what makes for accuracy. And astrologers actually always were political. So there's no, I love it when people are like, thanks for doing the politics with the astrology. I'm like, but that's what real astrologers actually do. Natal astrology wasn't really that big of a deal. It became a bigger deal through pop astrology. You would do natal astrology for the kings, the queens, the generals, the merchants, etc. But the whole reason you would cast it is to forecast mundane events for them. They didn't really care about their personal development. No, they are. They are important for global transits, but I list in my Patreon regions that I think need to pay attention, especially when it comes to like seismic activity. It's just enough to know. You've got Uranus in Taurus. What do you think it's going to do? It destabilizes economies. You think it's just going to pick one? We have a global economy that's interconnected. It's learning to think analytically is really, really important. But yeah, you can run specific charts for every location. But there's directions in the charts, you know. So mundane astrology is not beginner astrology. And it takes years to be good at. Because not only do you have all the rules, you have to have like experience. It's a profession. It's experience. That's why with my apprentices, they study with me. I know they have a firm foundation because they studied with me. And then they give me their review of charts. And then I have them observe me. Then they read and I observe them, and I'm there to help if they need the help. And then they start reading just natal charts. 6 months in, we'll start adding transits. And then maybe a year after that, we'll add divinatory practices and slow roll it with that. You have to have firm foundations. Astrology was never meant to be a self-study by a book and you're an expert. Most things aren't, you know. So that's something people need to understand. That's why there's so much bullshit online, you know. And it's always been, since the beginning of the internet, it was always hard to find good information. And even in the books, because back in the 60s, all kinds of stuff started that was silly. So, but it just takes time to be good. And dedication. It takes a lot of dedication. Yeah. Alrighty, guys, such a pleasure. I am going to work on that audio, and then I'm going to get it up on the link. It'll be available for you guys. This live stream I'll put up on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining, and remember, you can always bring yourself back to center and back to your calm.